Okay, so here we have the Ghouls Rule Draculaura. So we've got the Monster High logo there. And we've done the 3D style box, which has the lockers down here with the gargoyle and the picture frame. I'm assuming it's the corridors of Monster High. Advertisement for the new DVD. And a picture of Draculaura in her Ghouls Rule outfit. I'm very happy. Over here we have Monster High machine. Now I don't really know what this is because it's all in French, and when we opened it up, because we took this one off, it's all in French, and it seems to be some kind of competition or something. So if anyone knows exactly what that is, because we don't speak French. You got these little bat circles with accessories, and a circle there. We've got Draculaura on my hand on the camera. Turn it around. We got a continuation, the locker theme, and here we are with the back. So up here it says Ghouls Rule in lots of different languages. There's a picture from, I assume, the movie, the 3D rendering. It says down here about the DVD sold separately, yada yada. Doll and accessories. Here it says multiple languages. Check out the scary cool costume that I wear in the movie. Again with 3D rendered background, which I think is really cool. Okay. And then on the side, again the same thing. And on the top of the box says the name there. Okay. So that's the Ghouls Rule Draculaura. Let's get her out of the box.
Okay, so here is Draculaura on the inside of the box. Thank you, Random, for doing the outside of the box review for me while I wasn't in here.
Yay.
So, before we actually look at the Draculaura and the back of the box itself, just want to talk about this, carry on from what Random said before. So, this was on the front of the box, all in completely different languages.
French.
And then we're given a monsterhighmachine.com link, but if you type in monsterhighmachine.com, it just takes you to the monsterhigh.com homepage, so there's nothing really there. And then on the inside there's these 3 pages here of instructions, rules and regulations, but as far as I can tell, this entire thing here is just written in French. There's no alternate language for us in the UK, so they're giving us competitions apparently to things in countries that we can't even enter. So it's all about the regulations, all written in French. It's all about things to do with Euros, something about something lasting from the 14th of October to the 10th of January, so that's definitely early anyway. So we have a code behind here. We've hidden it just in case we can use it in the future. So hopefully we can actually do something with this at some point, and it will be explained to us in English. So, no idea what it is at the moment.
If anybody knows what it is, could you please
post in the comments.
Post a comment or video response or something, just letting us know.
Okay, so on to the actual doll. So, Draculaura is in the box here. I think the reason why the boxes are so big is purely so that the Draculaura one will fit, because her wings are huge.
Hi, Spyro.
Hi, Spyro. You have smaller wings than Draculaura does. So then we have her cauldron, because everyone has a cauldron, and then her, what I'm assuming is party decorations, because everyone seems to have something party orientated. So we have plain black stand and brush, and a little postcard in 3D. And then the entire background is a continuation of the outside background, so we're in Coffin Corridor. But it's all kind of put into a purple version of sepia effect, and then desaturated a bit, so it's all kind of greyed out. So that, I think, is it for the back packaging on this one. So we'll get her off and have a look at the outfit in a bit more detail. So here we have Draculaura's Ghouls Rule doll out of the box completely. So if we start from the top as we usually do, I guess. Now her hair is completely insane. There's not as much pink as there looks to be in the actual 3D, judging by the trailers, because she seems to have a big load of pink here that kind of makes her look like she's a bit bold, seeing as she also is pink. So the only pink that she really has is in the front curl of her fringe and this pink bit here, which goes into the ponytail, because the entire back of her hair is completely black. And I also think this is the one and only time that we've ever seen Draculaura with curly hair. I'm not really sure how I feel about this particular hair, because it is really horrible and scraggly when you first get out of the box, so it takes a lot of brushing. But I think it does kind of suit her. She looks kind of cute. So she has some seriously insane fake eyelashes going on here. So it's all spider webs and swirls. So I'm assuming this is fake eyelashes. It looks like it's definitely attached to her eyelashes on that part. That's most likely eyeliner, but this is probably fake eyelashes. She still has the same heart shape. They haven't changed that bit. Her earrings are apparently hearts which are dripping blood. And the makeup that you can hardly see underneath those fake eyelashes is a kind of a subtle pale pink, and then she has darker pink lipstick. So they're really going insane with giving Draculaura pink makeup recently, and like all of the dolls they've done for her so far this year. So she has a big, massive, like, spiderweb designed collar, which is all made of plastic. And then it has a kind of a corset front with a ribbed material for her shirt. And I love her sleeves. It's a netting, but the sleeve itself flares out at the end, so all of this is the end of the sleeve. So it's a really extreme bell for it. But I said to Random, I think the top of this looks more medieval, kind of like a classic witch outfit than a vampire outfit. Because vampires, I don't know about anyone watching this, but I tend to think more Victorian than medieval Tudor style. But either way. So she has 3 different layers to her skirt. The top one is a netting with a slight velvet design on it of her heart and batwing symbol, and then she has a pink glittery layer, and then a paler pink layer underneath, which is a kind of a sparkly looking material, but it's not as glittery as the top one. And she also has this kind of bustle skirt at the back, if I turn around so you can see it properly. So it's a silver on the back and pink on the front of a glittery pattern, which I think is a kind of the same vector design as on her Sweet 1600 boxes, with all of the swirls and a few bats mixed in there. So if I can kind of get her off the stand for a second and we'll talk about her wings. The stand really doesn't clip on very well with the clip for her wings. So it's on this kind of corset backed plastic bit here with a bow at the back. So she has a sort of a hinge mechanism so that you can move the wings, so if you don't want her to get in the way of other dolls on your shelf, or you can curl them round to about here. So the wings themselves are black at the top and then they fade down to pink at the bottom, and it's all a lot of metalwork designing and patterning along the edges there. And then onto her tights. So it's the opposite fade to the wings, so they start off pink at the top and then fade to black. And then the shoes have the same kind of design on them as the haphazard designing on the wings. So it's kind of a translucent whitish material. And then the outside part has a pink corset part with the batwing heart, and then the back of her shoes, I'm guessing, is meant to be like a fang, seeing as we're going for a heavy vampire theme.
Snakes, fangs.
Yeah, kind of. It's also kind of like Claudine's second basic heels. So that's that, and then we have a really obvious seam at the back of her tights, I just want to say. So if I can... I just knocked over the stand. I think that this wing mechanism might be attached to the same plastic band which is holding the collar on, so I don't think we'll be removing that anytime soon. So if I can actually attempt to get her to stand back on her stand, it only really kind of clips halfway to where it's supposed to be. So it only clips around to about there, it doesn't make it all the way to the front. And I'll stand her up. And then she has her masquerade mask. So it's all pink ribbon for the handle. So there's 3 strands of pink ribbon there. And then the actual mask itself, I believe, is designed to kind of have bat wings at the top. And then we have, I think, her vector design again on the mask itself. And I think it's supposed to be kind of dripping blood. So that's what she looks like wearing the mask. She can't actually really hold it up to her face that close if you're not holding it. So she'll only hold it about here-ish at the most. So if you really wanted to try and position it for photos and things, you can try to, but right now we don't really have the time to do that. So if we go on to her accessories, so if we do the little card first, so they've actually done a card with the 3D CGI artwork for her. There's some slight differences, like you can't see her earrings. They've actually however, made it look like this part is made of plastic, the same as on the doll. And obviously she has a much puffier fringe there, or bangs. I keep saying fringe because I'm being English.
Which we are.
And then the back part of it has the CGIs for all 4 of the dolls, which currently have dolls out. I know that Abby's getting an exclusive to Walmart and Asda at some point this year, probably by Christmas. So we have these 3, we just need to get Claudine. So if we go into her actual accessories, so she has a little skeleton who comes with an extra bow. The only real reason I can think of for her coming with an extra bow is that you can like use them as earrings on Draculaura, because I have actually tested it and they do fit her as earrings. So the skull of the skeleton is an actual skeleton with the bow and everything. And you can actually get her to stand up by herself if random will actually let go of her. You can get her to stand up by herself if you really want to. The ribcage has 2 hearts on it. The pelvis has a heart in the middle of it, and both of the kneecaps are hearts, so I think Mattel was just playing a game of fit as many hearts as you can on the skeleton. The head rotates, it's on a little ball joint, and if you want to, you can actually remove the head from the skeleton and just have a skeleton. And it just kind of pops back onto there. So there's that. And then she has a little cauldron. And the cauldron has her skeleton with the batwing ponytails. And there's also a lot of ribbons. And a lot of spilling detail over the side. The actual back of it kind of looks like a pumpkin or something, but pink. And then it has a little handle at the top there, and it's all in a metallic pink. So that's everything for the Draculaura doll. So we'll see you with the other Ghouls Rules dolls at some